When prices rise, our freedom diminishes. Groceries, rent, gasoline, everything slowly gets more expensive month by month. If your salary no longer stretches, good luck to you. We are witnessing the quietest wealth transfer in history, a cycle repeating over generations. Inflation doesn't just raise prices, it shapes who owns the future. For most people, inflation means chaos. Prices surge, savings erode, the system strains. But for the powerful, inflation is a tool that makes life easier. Modern economies rely on it to sustain themselves. Governments use inflation to cover the costs of wars without raising taxes. Companies lighten their debts, and the wealthy watch their assets grow while everyone else struggles. The real question isn't why inflation happens, but why it is tolerated every time. To understand that, we need to look back to the early 20th century. Back then, most major economies were tied to gold. Every paper note was backed by a physical reserve. Money was scarce but trustworthy. Governments that made mistakes had only two options: raise taxes or accept defeat. Inflation was not a choice. It was a necessity. But then everything changed. In the 1930s, the Great Depression shattered the illusion of discipline over money. Prices fell, wages collapsed, banks failed. When money gained value, nobody spent it. Debts grew heavier by the day, and the economy spiraled into collapse. It was an economic death loop. After World War II, inflation transformed from a threat into a tool. Governments, unable to repay their debts, let inflation quietly erode them instead. During the 1950s and 60s, debts disappeared silently. Only their real value diminished. The system learned this: moderate inflation could solve impossible problems without anyone noticing. Then came a turning point in 1971. President Nixon ended the dollar's convertibility to gold. From that moment, money ceased to be a measure of value and became a tool of policy. The system changed completely. Money could be printed in unlimited amounts, governments could borrow endlessly, banks could expand credit. Investors also learned that as long as inflation is managed, the winners are not savers, but borrowers. What does this mean? Simple. Holding cash allows inflation to eat away at you. Holding debt can reward you. Today, $1 million mortgage may feel like a burden, but in 20 years, inflation makes it easier to repay. Your assets, your house, stocks, land, gain value. The system grows the rich while punishing the poor. Inflation is not a conspiracy. It's mathematics. A debt-based economy cannot survive without it. That's why governments and central banks quietly accept inflation. It's better to let money lose a little value each year than to collapse the system. But who suffers? Wage earners, savers, the middle class, and workers. Inflation doesn't just affect money. It shapes human behavior. It pushes people to spend quickly and makes saving harder. It punishes patience, rewards risk. What was once considered a virtue, thrift, has become a disadvantage. This cycle creates the ideal citizen for a debt-based system, a constantly consuming, never satisfied society chasing security. The 2008 financial crisis and the 2020 pandemic repeated this cycle. Central banks printed trillions of dollars, which went to banks and markets, not ordinary citizens. Asset prices surged, while wages and savings lagged behind. Those who already had wealth profited, renters waited. This isn't illegal. It's how the system functions. Inflation is not random. It's a burden for the many and a tool for the few. Throughout history, from Weimar Germany to post-war Britain to 1970s America, the formula remains the same. Inflation is one of the oldest wealth transfers in the world. Finally, remember this: inflation is not a flaw in capitalism. It is capitalism. Your wallet is in your pocket, and you're running uphill. But like oxygen, the system cannot survive without it. If this opened new horizons for you, subscribe. History is full of questions and answers. Together, we will uncover them all.